Welcome back. Do you have a dream team? Maybe it's your accountant, your psychologist, but what about an attorney? We all have different needs at different stages of life, right? So today, how to find the right law firm as well. Al Spiegel is back, and he is from McLario, Helm, Bertling, and Spiegel, and he says we all need a championship team. Good to see you, Al.
Good morning, Tiffany. How are you?
I'm doing well, and I'm so intrigued by this concept. I love the idea of having a championship team on your side. So who do you recommend should be on your championship team?
Well, really, it comes down to what your kind of priorities are. For a lot of people, that championship team would start with, it should be a council of advisors. You know, Proverbs tells us, with a council of advisors, plans succeed. Without them, they fail. So top of the list is some kind of a spiritual advisor, someone to remind you what you believe is really important in your life so you can keep things in order. And then descending from that, a personal advisor, a legal advisor, a financial advisor, some kind of a career advisor, and then an advisor for anywhere else in your life when you want to grow. A lot of us want to grow in certain areas, and if we're doing it solo, we're not going to be as productive as if we have someone to hold us accountable and give us some direction.
I think we're all kind of going through that list of people. Who are they for us, And a lot of people don't have a lawyer on their side. They've thought, well, I don't need one yet. So the thing is, they do need to be a part of your championship team. So let's talk about the 5 criteria in terms of how do you choose a law firm and a lawyer as part of your team. What's important? Let's start with number 1.
Sure. Number 1 is expertise. You want to be talking to people who know what they're talking about, who are familiar with whatever area of law you're coming to them with. A lot of times with lawyers, I think doctors get this a little bit too, you assume if someone's a lawyer, they know about the area of law that they have to deal with, and they assume that you're an expert in that. And that's not the case. When I get calls from long-lost friends and relatives about their criminal problems, I can't help them because that's not the kind of lawyer I am.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely true. We had experience listed on the graphic first. I want you to go to experience as well.
Oh, sure. And that's because I read it wrong. It looks a lot like expertise, which is number 2. Experience. You want someone who's been doing it for a while as well. I mean, I can tell you that, because I was well mentored and continue to be well mentored as an attorney, I grow every year in every case from doing this. And you want someone who not only knows the sort of letter of the law in an area, but can tell you this is what it's going to look like, or this is the process, or this is what you can expect. And that only comes from experience.
Hey, you know what works? This next one, the fact that you as a lawyer said, hey, I read that wrong, that comes down to integrity, doesn't it? And that's your third one.
It certainly does. A little humility goes a long way. And you want someone who's got integrity, who's going to tell you what they don't know. That's one of the hardest things as a new lawyer or a new professional in any place, is to tell you, you know what, I'm not an expert in that. Someone else can do that better for you. You want someone there, and then you want someone who, if there is a mistake, is going to fess up to it, because, we're all human, we all make mistakes, and we want someone who can say, yep, I goofed up, let's figure out how to fix it.
Well, we couldn't have planned that better then, because you just literally showed us who you are in that way, and I think that speaks volumes to who you are, and we see that, as you talk to us each time you're here on the Morning Blend. The next thing that you should look for.
I appreciate that. I can assure you it was not planned.
I know it wasn't, because trust me, we would have had it different on our graphic. I know that. Reputation matters though too, and I think a lot of people, hear word of mouth. Is that the best way to choose someone? How do you find someone's reputation to be true or not?
Well, we got a lot of ways to do that now. We have, online sort of grading scales for lawyers. We have community forums. We get a lot of our referrals from clients off of these, like Facebook groups and, school groups or parent groups or clubs. And when you know someone who can at least say, yes, I personally have worked with this lawyer and I had a good experience with them, that goes a long way, because you don't know otherwise who you're getting in with.
That's true. And I know rapport, that is your last one. And that matters a lot, because you've got to feel like you can connect with someone.
You really do, because a lawyer can fill all those other criteria. And if you're not comfortable, you're not going to be able to have the kind of relationship where you can tell them what's on your mind, and they can sort of candidly respond to you and give you advice on how to move forward. If you're so kind of tense and caged up that you're not able to share, or they feel that way, it's not going to be a good thing. So you want someone that you can identify with and connect with.
I think the privacy matter, is something that people can trust when it comes to a lawyer. But, one thing I think people think about is that you sort of have a need for a lawyer and then they leave your life. What do you mean when you say you're a law firm for life?
Yeah, what we really want to do is we want to be that place where people call when something happens that they weren't expecting. And the reality of being that place that people call, being a law firm for life, is we have to have a prior relationship so that you can have that rapport and you can know that we have that experience and integrity and expertise. And that means that come and meet us. We do the free consultations. Come on in, talk to us. Maybe come in and get some basic documents done that everybody needs as a way to just get familiar with who we are and who you'd be working with, so that if something happens, it's a phone call away to talk to someone you know about a stressful situation.
I think it's important to have that team set up and have that law firm and that lawyer on your side. Thanks for joining us, Al. Good to see you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Take care, Tiffany.
You as well. Here's the information so you can contact McLario, Helm, Bertling, and Spiegel. There's a free consultation, as Al said. You can call them at 262-251-4210. Maybe just get those documents in place. As he mentioned, they're important. McLario.com.